Okay, thank you, Representative Carlson. Sandra Masin?
It's probably a lot of duplication, and I'll go first with the payback. And philosophically, I think we should be paying it back right away. But what I'm hearing from the school districts, and we do have some members here that you might want to consult with, is that, again, as Senator has said, that many of them have already made their adjustments. They'd rather go forward with the new budgets. And so that's, again, I'm open on that because I'm trying to get the most information, but that's what I'm hearing, is they're more concerned about getting the new monies and going forward. So we'll see how that ends. And definitely, I would not take away the local referendum.
Okay, thank you. We do have quite a few questions left. These questions will be made available to the representatives, and they will comment on them on their website. And we have had one request for a floor comment. And Pat, if you want to come up here now.
My name is Pat Doheny, and I'm a resident of Burnsville on the east side. So, Sandra, one of your constituents. First of all, I'd like to thank you for being here on Saturday, allowing people to speak and ask questions. Myself and my neighbors and my family have some comments that they requested that I pass on. One is taxes, and we're afraid that we're being taxed to death. I mean, the federal government is doing a heck of a good job of just raising taxes. I mean, you can't look at a paper without looking at taxes. The proposed sales tax, in our opinion, is a shell game. You're going to take it away here, and you're going to give it over there. But when you lower the sales tax, I've been around long enough, and history teaches me that that sales tax is going right back up to 7%. But now you're going to tax everything. That's just history. I don't think, I honestly believe that, and my neighbors and friends believe that. If you're looking for savings, a couple of common sense items for welfare that, you know, and for fraud in government, period, reward people to uncover fraud. If you have a welfare recipient that's ripping the state off and somebody turns them in, give them that person a couple months of what the state would have paid as a reward. Photos on cards that you hand out might help. You have a photo on everything else you're required to have, and to use it and spend it in Minnesota only. And I know this was addressed a couple of years ago. I don't know if it got any place or how far it got, but when people are running around using cards for casinos, the liquor stores, and so forth, I think our computer systems are such that we can monitor that a whole lot better. And if you're looking for more tax savings, why do I have to pay for transportation for somebody else? They're not paying my gasoline bill. They're not paying my car insurance. Why am I paying for light rail to the extent that I'm paying for it? I'm paying a lot of money, and so are my neighbors, for light rail. We don't use it. If we use it, fine. We'll pay for it.
Excuse me, we
Yes.
do have a time limit.
Okay.
And thank you for your comments. And you can submit those in writing to the representatives, and they can address them on their website.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. There will be a 2-minute closing presentation by our elected representatives. And this meeting is going to conclude at 11 o'clock. And I think, Sandra Masin, we'll start with you.
Okay. Again, I'd like to thank you very much for coming today. And your feedback is extremely important. As I said, we're dealing with a lot of issues. We're trying to make some substantial changes this year. So we need your thoughts, and also I think it's really important for you to talk to your friends, neighbors, so that we have that type of support going forward when we're making the changes. one of the things that we didn't mention and are the committees that we're on. I'm on transportation policy, transportation finance, energy, and there's a lot going on obviously in the energy in right now as well. And then I'm on the labor, workforce, and regulations. So again, thank you very much.
Okay, Representative Morgan?
Thank you very much, Betty, and thanks to everybody who came out today, and thank you to all of you who helped make this move as smoothly as we could today. I thought it was a great opportunity to hear some concerns and some questions from the public, and I really want to thank Mr. Marks for coming up to do his presentation. This is not the end of the conversation. This is the start of this conversation. We have a lot of work to do over the course of the next 3.5 months. We're going to need your input. We're going to need your continued input. The best way you can do that, I mean, we'll try to come down and hold more listening sessions at different places and move them around so people can get there. But obviously people have very busy schedules. The best way you can contact us is through the House website, www.house.mn. And then there are drop-down menus. You can talk to Senator Carlson, I'm sorry, talk to Representative Masin or me, and of course www.senate.mn for Senator Carlson. That is the best way to get a hold of us. You can send us email. You can find out what bills are being heard in what committees. You can track those bills, see what's happening. You can track fiscal spreadsheets when the next forecast comes out at the end of February. All of that stuff is in a very nice and easy to follow fashion. Now, I'm not saying that the numbers are easy to follow, but where to get the information is very easy to do on the House and Senate websites. I'd encourage you to do that, and please continue to contact us. We need to hear from you. So thanks for coming, and I look forward to having more conversations as we move forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Senator Carlson?
Well, ditto with everything they said, and I won't repeat it, but I want to tell you, first of all, when you call my office, now my number, and I believe it was printed in the paper incorrectly, it's 651-297-8073. And when you call that number, you will get in contact with Selena Tamini. She is over at the wall there. She is my legislative assistant. So she will take your questions and take your numbers, and I can return your calls. I really appreciate you all coming, and I, as always, appreciate getting feedback from you. I'm going to charge you again with what I said before, is that when you want something cut, tell us how you think it should be done, and tell us what you want replaced instead. And I really can't go on without answering, I guess, Mr. Was it Pat? That we have never had a lower top tax rate in the United States tax code. We have never had a lower top tax rate in the Minnesota tax code. We have had taxes that have